click to know how exactly I got 11 A's in my SPM. I'll start by saying that I am not, I'm definitely not a bright student who scored all her A's like since when I was Form 4. I'll just go back in history. When I was in Form 4, I was basically failing my maths, my chemistry, my physics. Yeah, these were the main three that I usually fail, and my accounts. So because I took accounts, so I was failing my accounts, especially in the first exams, and then the before the midterm there was another class test. So I was very frustrated because in my PD3, I was a straight A student. So what happened was, like, when I went to Form 4, suddenly I couldn't cope up, and then like everything, because the syllabus was like so different, and then everything became like so compact because I had 11 subjects. And one of the main reason I took science stream was just because it was the advice given, you should take science so that later you can choose in so many fields. But apparently that's wrong, guys. So if you are doing science, if you're taking admaths and all, just make sure you know why you're doing that. For that one is for another topic. But let me tell you that I was not an A student from the start at all. I had to work my way through, because what I realized is, when I put effort a little bit, I can see slight result. So what I started to do, actually, there were three main things that I was doing. So I was doing three main things. Now, at first, I didn't thought that this would work, but many of you might be studying late night, or you might be studying early morning. The best time, I would say, because this is what I practiced. And in fact, I had help from my mom to wake me up in the morning. Now, when I was in Form 4, I was studying late night. Like, I would sleep at 2 o'clock morning or 2:30, and then after that I have to wake up and go to school. But when it came to Form 5, I had to make slight changes, and thank God for my mom that she woke me up. I'll just wake up about 5:30 or sometimes 4:30, right? And then I'll study until about 6 or 6:30. And whatever I studied during that period of time, kind of sticked in my mind. Even I will not do a lot of practices. I'll just do like maybe a few questions of maths. And then the next day, a few questions of chemistry, few questions of physics, just like that. It was something that I did like on a daily basis for almost 3 months. Just for 3 months period I was doing that. So that actually started after my mid-year, during my SPM year. So I would suggest to wake up early and study, like 5:30 or 5 a.m. That's really good. So there's something about studying in the morning that gives you a good vibration, that helps you to memorize what you're supposed to. Like, even sejarah, you're able to memorize better in the morning. So that's first tip. The second tip was that I'm a person who likes to make my own notes. Now, I realize many of you like to take the notes from what the books, the books gives you the short notes. That's based on that publisher's notes, right? That author's note. Now, why don't you just take a textbook, For example, physics, chemistry, bio, especially bio and all. I have a separate entire book just to make notes back then. So this was actually taught by my teacher back then as well. So what I usually do is I'll just take an A4 paper, and back then I had this kind of pens, colored pens, and I think the magic pens, it works as well. I will fold my A4 paper half, like this, half. When I fold it into half, like for example, let's say chemistry, what I'll do is I'll just write the notes from the textbook here. What I can simplify, I'll write it down here. After writing the notes, on the second page here, what I will do is I will write what I understand. Like for let me give you an example for admaths. Admaths. For example, we have chapter 2, okay, for example, chapter 1, let's say mapping, functions and everything. So let's say I'm going to take down the notes here, okay. If let's say one-to-one function, how is it? Inverse function, what is the formula, how to do it and everything. And on the next page here is my application, what I understand from the inverse. So when I want to inverse, what I need to do. So that will be my processed thoughts over here. So that's how I do my notes. So then I will continue. Then the second subtopic will be here. And what I understand will be here. So I will just make sure that my notes are within this, okay, so that it's not too much, because if it's going too much, it means you're just copying from the textbook. Okay, now after doing this is what I carry with me everywhere. Like if I go to school, I'll just carry it with me. Even if my friends ask me they want to see, I'll just show it. It doesn't matter, because at that time I was already so focused on, I want to get good results. That was my focus. And the third thing, so the first was waking up early. Second is doing your notes, okay, in a more organized manner. If you feel that you're not sure how to make notes, you can go and check out in YouTube. There are a lot of ways. Back in my time, there were not many YouTube videos showing how to make your own notes. We just had to figure out ourselves. Okay, now you guys are very blessed to have so many YouTube videos explaining how to do notes, how to make your own notes. And in fact, you have particularly for each subject, okay? And